Welcome to Takacs McGinnis Elder Care Law's Hidden Cost of Caregiving mini-course. I'm Barbara McGinnis, a certified elder law attorney and one of the firm's partners. In this video, we're going to take a look at the hidden legal costs of caregiving. Though our video series is looking at personal, financial, and legal costs separately, these issues are all interconnected. When a loved one can't live independently anymore, the process of finding and paying for care creates financial and legal problems. One hidden legal cost that family caregivers almost never think about is the cost of waiting too long to take action. The waiting can be especially costly when it comes to powers of attorney. It's important to get these documents done while elderly loved ones have the mental capacity to execute them. If you wait, you'll end up needing a conservatorship. Getting one is a stressful process that also happens to be very expensive and very public. Another legal problem involves not knowing what your loved one's legal documents say. For instance, if mom and dad each have a power of attorney and they are the agents for each other and there's no successor agent, what happens if they both lose capacity at the same time? Say mom dies and dad's got dementia. What happens then? I'll tell you what happens. You've got a big legal mess on your hands, one that will take a lot of time and money to sort out. Not all the hidden legal costs come from waiting. Some come from looking in the wrong place for advice. Some people believe that documents like power of attorney, wills, trusts, and advance directives are easy to create from templates that you can download from the internet. Here's the reality. People who try to do their own legal work rarely do it well. I'm not saying this just because I'm a lawyer. I'm saying it because I spend a lot of time fixing the problems created by do-it-yourself legal documents. It's not that those legal documents are bad. Documents you download might be structurally okay, but there's no way they can account for your unique circumstances. As a result, you may miss opportunities to plan or create documents that don't take into account how your circumstances might change. These mistakes can cost you a fortune. You won't know to ask questions like, when do we set up an asset protection trust, or what can we do now to qualify for government programs like Medicaid or veterans benefits? Mistakes made during the legal planning process can cost many thousands of dollars in penalties and lost benefits. Just because you have internet access and you can research things on Google, well, guess what? They never take old, outdated information off the internet. It's still there. And then there's a cost associated with looking for advice in all the wrong places, like your Uncle Joe, the neighbor, or the guy at the barber shop. Public benefit programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and VA benefits are so nuanced that what worked for one person won't work for you because your situation is different. Getting bad advice or no advice at all can be very expensive. Here's an example. Dad was a widower and had a farm. The son comes in to see me for Medicaid planning and says Dad signed over the deed to his farm to me years ago, and he retained a life estate. Well, when did this happen? The son said that Dad did it about 12 years ago, right after Mom died. This situation seemed simple enough, but there was a problem. While Dad had signed over the deed to the son, Dad had never recorded the transfer because no one told him he needed to. No one mentioned that he would need to record that date for conveyance purposes for Medicaid's 5-year look-back period. That one little misstep has cost them a great deal. Here's another example. Many people believe that they have to use all of their assets to pay privately for nursing home care. Guess who they're getting their long-term care planning advice from? They're getting it from the business office manager at the nursing home who wants them to continue to pay privately. Of course they'll tell you that you have to sell your house and spend all that money before you qualify for Medicaid. If you go to an elder law attorney, you'll quickly discover that you don't have to spend all of your money. Here's another example, one that hits a little closer to home. My late mother believed she could get the VA surviving spouse pension, but she was told by the local veteran service officer that she had too much money to qualify. If I had just taken the VSO at his word like most people do and not kept trying to find answers, my mother would have missed out on thousands and thousands of dollars in VA benefit. Here's the thing, she did have too much money at that time to qualify, but the VSO didn't tell her that there are legal ways to plan and restructure assets so you can eventually qualify. We had to go to an elder law attorney to find that out. Ultimately, the biggest hidden legal expense arises when trying to pinch a penny. When you use someone who doesn't charge much, but may not be an expert, you end up spending a lot more money to pay for an expert to fix the mess you created by choosing that option that seemed more affordable at the time. It's always worth it to get professional advice.